Welcome back to the Club Call-In Show, brought to you by Sky Bet. If you want to get involved, click the link down below in the Discord, and you could be chatting gas with Rory, Adam, and myself, potentially some juicy guests as well. We're starting off with Nate, a huge Liverpool fan. How are you, Nate?
Not very good at the moment, lads. I'm not going to lie to you.
No. I was expecting that. Nate, what is going on? You're obviously in a crisis. Is it time to get a new manager?
Wow, straight to the jugular. I'm actually going to say no. I'm one of the few Liverpool fans at the moment who I think it's way too early to be talking about sacking Slot. I think he's put enough credit in the bank to make it to at least New Year, surely. I don't think there's any point sacking him now. I think he's proven he can be an elite level manager. I don't know what's going on with him at the moment, but yeah, I think it's too reactionary. It's too early.
Where are the wins going to come from, though, Nate? Is there a line in the sand for you? Buvey and I were speaking, and Buvey basically said, another 2 defeats. You've got very winnable fixtures coming up. Another 2 defeats could even tip the more mild Liverpool fans, such as yourself, the more calm Liverpool fans, the less reactionary Liverpool fans, could even tip you over the edge. Would you agree with that? A couple more defeats?
You're going to get smashed by West Ham. So now what's your answer?
Are we going to get smashed by West Ham?
Yeah, of course you are.
Why? Of course. I
They
mean,
look great. They look good against Bournemouth.
Bad,
they look far better in recent weeks. Far better.
I know we've been bad, but West Ham the last season and a half have been probably top.
But do you know what, Nate? Even if you find victories there, that's not what it's going to be, is it? It needs to start really elevating. Can you put your finger on what's gone wrong? Like, why has it gone this badly?
We've always had a problem. We had a problem with a lot of Klopp teams as well, where we couldn't defend, and that was fine. It wasn't ideal, but at least we could pinpoint that, and at least we could have the philosophy of like, we'll just score more goals than you. But the problem now is we can't defend, and we can't score goals. We can't. I don't see where the goals are coming from, which is mental when you see the front line we have. But there's no creativity at all. Our £130 million striker against Forest, he had 14 touches all game. We're not giving him the service, and we have the players to give him the service. It's unbelievable.
Do you think he's getting it wrong in terms of? We've talked about this on the podcast. I don't know if you agree. It's not a popular opinion. I think he's actually be pushed to the left. What do you think about that? Because he's got a track record off the left. It gives him a bit more space. Look how good Salah is. Salah's not playing down the middle. He's got so much space, cuts in on his left foot. He scores so many goals. Isaac's done it at Newcastle in the Premier League. Do you think there's any credence to my theory that maybe shoving Isaac to the left gives you a bit more out of him?
I don't know about starting on the left. I think if you started him and Ekitike together, I think they could do definitely like an interchanging thing. Like one of them's off the left, one of them's down the middle. I don't think you confine him to the left, because I think he's proven he can be a focal point number 9. He's got two back-to-back 20+ goals, like Premier League seasons now. The one last season, the one before in a Newcastle team. And in theory, he should be scoring a lot more in a Liverpool team. Just not this Liverpool team at the moment, which has been a shambles. I think definitely there's a theory that he could play off the left. I just don't know about confining him there.
So what are you thinking then? Cards on the table now. Not your dream. Realistically, how does it go for Liverpool?
That's a really good question.
That's the spirit.
Hopefully, I'd say. I mean, even after City's run last season, they still managed to come third. Maybe we could pick up form, come third, fourth, something like that.
No, okay. Impossible. Impossible, Nate.
Well, I think things can change after the new year, by the way.
Okay, well, we'll see. They could get worse as well. Nate, an honour to speak to you. Thank you so much for finding the time. We look forward to speaking to you again soon. We're going to stay with the phone lines. Great start to the show there from Nate. And we're going to speak to El Paradiso. Paradise, you are live on the club.
Oh, hi there, Rory. You right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
Paradise Park. Mate, what are you? You're a Chelsea fan, aren't you, Paradise? I've spoken to you before.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Great. What are you thinking?
I just wanted to bring in today, basically, obviously there's been a lot of chat this season from the Arsenal fan base that they were on to break Chelsea's 15 goals conceded in the season record. And I think that season's not really spoken about enough. And I personally believe that is the greatest feat of any Premier League club in history.
It's an outrageously brilliant achievement. Whether it's the greatest ever, I'm not sure I would agree. Why would you say that it should be ranked so highly?
I think the difficulty of it is far superior to any other.
100 points.
The Centurions and obviously going invincible is, it's extremely hard. But the only thing I would say, I wouldn't even put the Invincibles near it if I'm honest. But the Centurions would be the nearest.
But the Centurions, so getting 100 points is worse than conceding 15 goals.
I think it's harder.
What's a win for one?
Buvey, just to help Paradise out here a touch.
It's absurd.
I believe that somebody one day will either equalise or break the 100-point barrier. I think it will happen. I don't think anybody concedes less than 15.
I think they will.
But nobody's really got close, Booth.
But it's more likely.
What, conceded 50? What's more likely to be broken?
It's less likely to get 101 points to beat 100 points. Way less likely.
I don't think it is.
101 points.
15 goals. Nobody's really come close.
If it 15,
like
Arsenal could do it right now. They're more. Let's put it this way: Arsenal are a fantastic side. They could win the Premier League title. They could be on for 90 plus points. They're not going to get 101 points. They're not.
No,
I can guarantee you that.
No.
But they might break your record. They could break your record right now. So it's already easier to do that. But even though they won't, because that's an unbelievable record. But the Centurions, it's harder to get points than stop someone scoring a goal.
The closest that anyone's ever come to Chelsea's, it was the record that was the record before Chelsea got the 15. In my opinion, it doesn't stand as a record. I dismiss it because I believe for the record to stand, you have to have won the league. So the next closest was 17 goals conceded by Arsenal. But they didn't win the league. They didn't win the league, so I don't really.
But the record doesn't that make the record less special because you could be a mid-table club and concede, 15, 16, come mid-table, just be boring to watch, not score any goals up front.
Just for the record,
if you get 100 points, you win the Premier League title.
Just for the record, I agree with Paradise that it's a great achievement. I wouldn't necessarily agree that it's the greatest achievement. I would agree with you. 100 points, I would agree that a domestic treble is all better than the 15 goals, in my opinion. But in terms of breaking it, we've seen teams do trebles before. We've seen it equalised. We've seen teams do domestic trebles before. 15 goals is ridiculous.
Do you think that's better than the side that have got the most ever goals scored in a single season, which I believe is the Centurions as well?
Is that the Centurions?
So what would you rather have? Chelsea have scored the most amount of, I think City scored 120 goals in the league.
Really?
I'd rather have the goal record than 15 conceded. Because 15 conceded doesn't mean you win anything. It did with Chelsea because you're a great side going forward. But if you score 120 goals in a league season, you're gonna basically win the league title. You're more likely.
Yeah. But I would say that if you concede 15 goals, you're going to win the league title as well.
Yeah, it gets you close, but you have to score in the other end first. It's harder to score goals than shut them out.
Yeah,
I agree. But we also, obviously, I'm basing this off not, I know a mid-table team could go and concede 14 goals or less or anything like that. Obviously, because we won the league as well. I think that I just think it's harder to concede less than 15 goals across a 38-game season. Personally, I think obviously if you have Man City's forward line that season was unbelievable. And you blew every team away. I just believe I personally believe it's harder to concede less. I don't think that record will ever be broken, but I believe there will be another team that gets 100 points again.
Yeah, Paradise, I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you that it won't be broken. I think it's a kind of record that will stand the test of time. I just don't agree that it's more impressive than other things, like winning a treble, for example, that Manchester United and Man City has done.
Winning a double's better.
But it is a huge achievement. How are you feeling about Chelsea so far this season? Are we in a title race, Paradise?
No, we can never be in a title race with Sanchez in goal and our back line the way it is. I didn't realise how much of a big miss Colwell would be this season, if I'm honest.
I like Colwell.
I think
Paradise, you're a wise man.
Is very bad. I do think Estevao this time next year, market will be the best winger in the Premier League, and it won't be close.
Mate, that needs to be your
why
call up next time and make that your talking point.
Estevao.
Mate,
easily.
Yeah, easily.
What, over Doku?
Easily, mate. Better than Doku.
He's not better than Doku.
He's better than Doku already.
Better than Doku already, mate.
Better than Cunha.
He's better
than Saka.
Better than Saka.
Mate.
Don't get me started on Saka. Saka, one of the most overrated wingers in world football.
Paradise, this needs to be your topic next week.
Yeah, next week, man.
I love it.
I'll bring back next week, boys.
Maybe.
Great to talk to you. Great to talk to you, Paradise.
Maybe.
Just call him baby.
Yeah, maybe, baby.
Let's stay with the phone lines, and we're going to stay with. We've got a Chelsea theme going on. I'm loving it.
Fuck me, man.
Jacko.
Who's this? Is CFC Fan TV back in the day all calling up?
Let's
get Sophie on the line.
and Sophie Rose.
Where's Sophie Rose today?
I don't know.
Can you hear me all good?
Yes,
Jacko.
What's happening?
You're not with Sophie,
what's up,
are you?
what's up?
Are you with Sophie
Wacko
right now?
Jacko is back.
Wacko Jacko. Who are you with right now? By yourself?
I'm just here on my own.
Okay, no worries. Going solo today.
So what's news then, Wacko?
I honestly think Reece James is better than Timber from Arsenal. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about today.
Who says that he isn't?
I think he is as well.
Do Arsenal fans really believe that? I've never seen anyone saying that.
I don't think that you're struggling to convince people here. I think you could possibly argue during Timber having a slightly better season because Arsenal's back line is so efficient. But I don't think many people would argue that overall Reece James is a better player than Timber, would they?
Would Arteta swap him now?
Saying that our producer's just nodding along saying that Timber is better.
Yeah. I've just seen a lot of Arsenal fans come out and say like, oh, he's so much more better because of Reece James's like injury track record, and they say like, oh, Reece James has constantly been injured over the past like 2-3 seasons, and that just couldn't be furthermore from the case because he's literally been fit since I'd say the start of last season. So I just don't see how they truly believe that.
In terms of the metrics, I can't think of one thing that Jurriën Timber is better at than Reece James if both are fit. Like, what aspect of Jurriën Timber's game is better than Reece James's?
Is he one of those readers of the game? He's a little bit more of a studied, scholarly defender than Reece James.
No.
Is there an argument?
No, I don't think.
Because the physicality thing, he's not quicker than Reece James. He's not better on the ball.
He's filthier, which I quite like. He's more rugged and robust and aggressive.
He's obviously... Well, he's just come off a major injury as well, so the injury-prone thing's not a vibe, really, because he's just had an ACL. My only thing was, I think you can play him at centre-back. You can't play Reece James at centre-back.
You say that, but Reece James did play at centre-back against Liverpool. I know it was only momentarily.
I think Timber could play at left-back. He's more versatile.
Possibly more versatile.
But then Reece James could play midfield.
Exactly. Possibly more versatile. I actually think Reece James is like a total footballer. I think Reece James would be an excellent player at centre-half, central midfield, left wing. I just think he's a brilliant
There's no way Timber's better than... the only thing is, if you ask Arteta, he fits the Arteta system right now better than Reece James would.
If Arteta had access to Reece James, he plays Reece James.
Over Timber?
Yeah. There isn't a manager in the world that doesn't play Reece James at right.
But there's the debate then. That's the debate.
What do you think to that, Jacko? If Mikel Arteta had access to both, who's he picking?
Personally, I think, like you said, for his system, probably Timber probably fits his system better, but like the overall kind of question, it should be Reece James. Like it really should be. And there was a game last season where we played Man United at home, and it was like a must-win game, and we needed to win to like sustain our top 4 push. And Reece James played this absolute beautiful assist. It was like
against Man United. Against Man United.
Yeah. And Cucurella nods it in, and just moments like that. I just don't think.
No, look, you know the obvious aspects of the game, right? The obvious metrics to just quickly discuss here. Reece James is better in an offensive sense. He's better in a defensive sense. He's better in a tackle. His track record is better. He's won more trophies. He's been integral to more trophies. I can't. I mean, Buvey's point about being more versatile is possibly true, but equally, I would say that it's not definitely true.
No, it's not. Only more versatile if you needed him as a centre back or a left back. I think Timber gives you far more versatility as a defender. But Reece James could play as a right winger or midfielder.
Reece James was integral to Chelsea winning a European Cup.
James is better than Timber.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, James is better than Timber. You're on the right path here, Jacko. We all agree with you, apart from our producer. You'll have to take it up with him.
You did with Tom Garrett, and it was a. I think there was like 4 of you, and it was two apiece versus
4 of you. Why am I not invited to this foursome with you and Tom Garrett?
I'd love to invite you.
Why never get invited?
Tom Garrett's invite.
Was it?
Tom Garrett sends out invites. Didn't he get in touch with you?
No, he never texted me.
You got to take that up with him. Good news, West Brom are losing a lot. You don't need to get too. Irate. Great to talk to you, Jacko. We'll talk to you next week. Don't forget.
Absolutely. Hopefully, I could come back and we've gotten a result against Arsenal.
No,
It'd be
Fingers crossed.
amazing. Like, fingers crossed. Also, Jacko,
Don't go praying. Don't go praying.
When you've if you want to take it up with anyone in terms of the Reece James versus Julian Timber shout, offline, do this in your own time. But get in touch with our producer because he's vehemently shaking his head about everything you had to say.
He smashed the screen.
He's fuming behind the TV.
Yeah, I might just do that.
Good. Wicked, Jacko. Speak to you next week.
Best of luck, lads. Talk to you.
Cheers, mate. Good luck. Should we see what Ahmed's got to say?
Yeah, big Man United fan.
Ahmed, sir, you are live on the club. Thank you for calling in. What would you like to discuss today?
How's it going, mate?
Very well.
Is it regarding Liverpool? These two title wins that they've had in the last 5-6 years? It's the worst title wins in Premier League history.
Worst title wins or worst title defences?
Wins.
In what sense?
Okay. So, in my opinion, there's probably 3 ways a title could be won. Okay, you probably agree with me or not. One is winning against the odds. So when you're not expected to win, but then you win. One, when you're under pressure, and when there's no pressure at all.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah. Okay. So if you put in a tier list, the top of the tier is obviously going to be winning against the odds, and under pressure and no pressure. So now, if you look at the only team that's ever won the Premier League title where there's no pressure, it's Liverpool.
No, but the reason there was no pressure, why was there no pressure?
Okay, in 1920 season.
1920?
1920, when they last won it.
Yeah. 2019-2020 season. That's not in year 1920.
Roy thought 1920, the year.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the war.
105 years ago.
The like what, mid-war football? I didn't even know. You know, I thought the
2
league
years
was
after
suspended.
the Great War.
Yeah.
No. Obviously, I meant 2019-2020 season. The title challenges were meant to be City and Liverpool. But in that season, City's defense got completely shattered.
It was COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, you lost. What's it called now?
COVID. Yeah, it was COVID.
No.
Yeah. But your defense was shattered. You had Fernandinho playing in defense that season.
COVID as well.
Who got injured? Why do you keep saying COVID? He's asking you for the name of a player. You keep saying COVID. What player was injured?
Sorry, Royce. It was a global catastrophe, mate. It affected all of us deeply. You grew your hair out. You grew your hair out, Dan. You look like the guy from Lord Fuckwad. Yeah, mate. We were all going through the fucking going for the treadmill on that one, mate.
Buvey, Ahmed's asking you for the name of a player.
COVID.
And you keep saying COVID.
Yeah, COVID, mate. The 1920 season doesn't count. No one will ever remember it. No one was in the stadium.
Mate, it's prohibition. What chance did we
If you put a cat in a box, does it exist? Schrodinger's cat.
Mate, it's prohibition.
Okay. Forget about COVID for once.
What happened in 1920, Ahmed?
Prohibition.
Laporte got injured.
Yeah, COVID as well.
And okay, COVID. We all accept COVID happened. Okay, that's not really an issue.
Keep going.
Okay, and I'm sure Stones was injured that season as well, was he? But you had no defense.
Who? Stormzy?
Stones, not Stormzy.
Stones.
Yes.
Oh, he's always injured.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had COVID.
Your central defense was injured that season.
Yeah, you're spot on.
Yeah, exactly. So the title challenges, which were you had no defense, which is the reason why you could not put up a challenge that season.
It's like a Netflix documentary. Here we go. Like Morgan Freeman.
Now,
give me all the backlog. Come on. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't let me finish, are you?
Keep going. I'm not interrupting. You're interrupting yourself.
Ahmed, don't let him do this to you. Tell him what's what.
You keep interrupting me.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. I was thinking about COVID.
So that season, day one, was obviously for the bottom tier, which was no pressure. The same thing last season. City was completely fell off a cliff because the team was like 40, 50-year-olds.
Because they're rubbish.
And also Arsenal had injury as well, so they had no pressure.
I think you're right.
So that's why when you put in a tier list of the title winners, Liverpool will always be bottom of this category.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the Man United sides that last won it in 2013, they'd be in the bottom tier as well, right at the bottom, because they had a geriatric Rio Ferdinand who went to QPR, was shocking. But there was no pressure there because City fell off.
Okay, if that's the case, then United won it against the odds.
You had Ryan Giggs in there. Ryan Giggs at 45 years old running around.
But if you're saying United had a team that should not have won it, they won it against the odds, therefore they're at the top.
Yeah, go on, Ahmed. Ahmed, you've smashed Buvey up today. That was at least a 10-8 round to Ahmed, Buvey. You got done there.
He's nicked it on points. Well done.
Yeah. Okay. Can I mention something else as well, please, if that's okay?
Yeah,
If you want.
Yeah.
it's your show,
yeah,
mate.
This is Rory. This is a few months ago. Remember when you're on Talksport?
Yes.
And you said something about wearing football shirts as an adult. You should take a look at your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said you've never worn a football shirt out. You never worn a football shirt to a match in public.
What's your problem, Ahmed?
On the train, on the tram. I'm asking.
On the tram. There's no trams in London.
Mate, I've been on a tram. Don't live in Croydon.
Sorry, the tube. Okay, but do you still stand by that statement?
What are you, a copper?
I'm just asking.
What are you, a copper? Are you a copper?
No, I'm a lawyer, mate.
I can tell.
I'm just asking, do you still stand by that statement, mate?
Every word.
Okay. Because I'm on a channel that you normally do with William Hill FC on YouTube.
Let's not mention brands, Ahmed. Let's be brand safe here, buddy.
Okay. On another channel.
On another channel. Rory said what?
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Rory's wearing the thumbnail. England shirt, Chelsea shirt.
Yeah, but brand work's different. Brand work. I'm not going to criticize Rory for brand work. And by the way, Ahmed, if I'm ever in legal trouble, you're my representation, because in court you'll just go on and on and on, and the jury will be so tired they'll fall asleep.
Ahmed, when you were having a debate with Buvey, I was backing you, mate. I regret that decision I made now.
Yeah, this is a great interrogation.
You've come for the jugular on me. You've attacked me. Ahmed, give us a call next week.
Why?
What do you mean why?
No, I mean, but obviously, what should I talk
What do you mean why?
You come up with the fucking idea. Why would I tell you what to tell me on my own show? Then I'd just do it, wouldn't I? What are you on about?
Okay, how?
Actually, you'll never represent me. You'll never represent me in a criminal case. Fuck that.
Ahmed, give us
I get 40 years for nicking a Twix.
Yeah, mate. Ahmed.
I get 40 years.
Yeah, if
I'll be in solitary with you as my lawyer. Fucking hell.
I'll tell you my topic next week then, okay?
No, mate, I don't need a preview.
That was amazing.
Don't need a preview.
That's
Thanks very much, Ahmed.
Ahmed, give us a call next week. Why? He's got better things to do than talk to us, hasn't he? Unbelievable call there, Ahmed.
Thank you very much,
so
mate. Thanks for your time, mate.
Look forward to speaking to you soon.
That was all jokes, mate. Nothing personal, mate.
That was hilarious. Great work, Ahmed. Right, let's go now to Mufasa. Mufasa, sir, you are live on the club.
Hey, everybody. Can you guys...
Yes, mate. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, great.
I'm all right, if you want the truth. I'm all right. I'm coping.
Well, you guys are second on the table. You should be happier, you know?
Yeah, I'm happy, but I'm coping. Tell me, what's on your mind? I'm listening.
So I wanted everybody to do a little bit of reminiscing, where if you guys could share a memory of the first memory that you guys started supporting your club.
Yeah.
Or you guys became a fan. Yeah.
Love that.
What was your first game?
Mate, I've got, in terms of like memories, we played Liverpool. We beat Liverpool 1-0. Neil Shipperley scored past Bruce Grobbelaar and the ball never crossed the line. But
it did. They found out it never did.
They just didn't, I don't think. You know, it was just one of them.
Division 1?
No, Premier League. It was a Premier League game, but it just didn't cross the line. Would have been 94
or 94,
I think. But no, they're the memories I've got. But another one against Liverpool, 2-2 draw. Steve McManaman scored 2 for them. John Spencer, who was my favourite player. I loved him so much.
Where's that?
I was sat in the benches. That don't exist. Mate, do you know what the benches were at Chelsea? Do you know what it was? It was nothing other than just a concrete block in a straight line. And there was just like a paint mark. That would be one seat. A paint mark. Like completely...
What, a quid or whatever?
Yeah, £5. But completely...
£5?
But mate, it was like... it wasn't even equal.
That should be.
So it was like... A mark, but someone had just gone along with a paintbrush and just dabbed a mark.
Yeah.
But depending on how he felt, it was like really big, really small. You know, it was just all over the place.
That's beautiful.
But no, and do you know what though? One of my favourite ever memories. It was like my favourite. It was we played away. We played away at Villa Park, and it was my first away game. We went there to play Man United in the semi-final of the FA Cup in '96. It must have been. David Beckham scored for them. Craig Burley, the idiot. Craig Burley, the idiot, did a terrible back pass. Mark Hughes had put us 1-0 up.
Great icon. You're talking about casually. Like,
yeah.
You're a young kid and you're seeing Beckham.
Yeah. We were in the Holt end as well. We were in like, it was, I remember everything about the day. It's funny, isn't it? You know, if you were to ask me, like, if you were to like go, say something about Chelsea 3 weeks ago, I'd be like, well, I can't remember. We beat who? This, I can remember everything.
If you went to more Chelsea games now, would that come back, do you think? Or is it just down to the fact that it was a novel experience?
Being obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I remember going to, there was a pub called the Beer Engine at Stamford Bridge. I remember going and I used to get given a £5 and I would go with that and I'd buy a programme and I would buy a fanzine. Fanzine at the time was called Red Card, and I'd just sit in the pub and I'd read every word of every page of what I got. Now I wouldn't buy. I haven't bought a program for 15
YouTube
years.
videos and that's it.
Yeah.
Really.
What about you? What's your grounding memory?
Mine is Villa as well. 2004, watching Nicholas Anelka when I was really young. Obviously, I never went to sit in the same way that you did in terms of the amount of games that I went to. But going back then with Stuart Pearce as manager, Sean Wright Phillips, it was beautiful, man. And actually, Sven brought Manchester City down to Bristol City for a League Cup game, and that was beautiful seeing that.
That must have been great for you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Just for a
Giovanni,
League Cup.
yeah, League
Did they
Cup
beat?
game early. Giovanni beat scored a couple of goals.
Right.
But that was amazing. See Premier League opposition in Bristol where we never had it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Do you know what? I've got one at Main Road. We played Man City final day of the season. I was old enough to go. I must have been 2001, something like that. I can't remember exactly the year, but 2002. We played Man City at Main Road final day of the season. Man City were relegated already, and we basically had nothing to play for. We beat you. Zola scored, and I remember going and listen to what happened to me. It was like a memory that will stay with me forever. I was sitting quite near the front. I got a ticket. I went up there with my mate, and it was hostile. There was a scaffolding at Main Road. They used to get this scaffolding, which was part of the away end. And at the end of the game, before the ref blew the final whistle, Man City fans pitch invaded because it was the final day of the season. They were relegated. They were on the pitch. The game didn't finish. I think Graham Lasso got punched. The game ended on the 88th minute. It never got to the 90th minute. I remember kind of standing on my seat, loving it. I remember what I was wearing and everything, sort of standing on my seat. And I was like looking around. I was looking over at the scaffolding to see if I knew someone. This bit of turf just went bang!
Wow.
And the cheer, because Man City fans were all on the pitch. They'd obviously dug out a turf to like people were throwing stuff at each other or whatever. And they'd launched a load of turf. But when it's heavy, the turf,
of course,
and it just went bang in my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a black eye, but obviously I was covered in mud. I was like, what the fuck is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was at Main Road.
Anyone get a photo of that or anything like that?
I wish, man. It wasn't
That's crazy.
Do you know now everyone takes pictures of everything?
That'd be filmed.
You would never take a camera to a football match.
But you wouldn't be allowed on the pitch to throw it, and then the game wouldn't be postponed. You wouldn't even get on the pitch.
Yeah.
Would you?
But I wish I had I wish I had photographs when I went. I wish I had a photograph from like the '97 FA Cup final.
No.
But you just would never take a camera.
No. Of course not.
So no, it's a shame. But what about you, Mufasa?
My first memory is all of my cousins and friends around me, they used to support Manchester United, and I was getting annoyed by it. Like I needed to support a different club, and I started watching Premier League goals and everything. And in 2010, I started watching David Silva, and watching him is like watching Messi, but in slow mo.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
slower
used
Messi.
to, yes. So I started supporting them, and the next year they won the Premier League, which I had never expected them to do. So it's really, that's when I started supporting City.
Amazing. I love the calling show, Booth.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you've watched this far, check out Rory and myself on all our socials and click the link down below in the description if you want to get involved in future episodes.